I mean, where do you even start? Monday, I guess, would be, natural place to start, beginning of the week. If we embodied a desire to drag our damaged and tortured souls back through the last 7 days, so traumatized are we that the chaos and depression merely feel like a home we are returning to, don't they? So, the week started with the UK claiming their Rwanda deterrent, that isn't actually a deterrent, was a roaring success because refugees were on their way to Ireland, which they weren't. Or at least we assumed that they weren't, because literally nobody could give any verified numbers for them. Ireland responded by saying they would send them back to England, and then England responded by saying they would send them back to France. And amidst that storm of different countries and home offices frothing about how they're going to kick them out of Ireland, and then England, and then France, in the middle of all of that was me begging somebody to please kick me out of the UK. Oh, well, that's not very patriotic, Aid. Well, no. No, it's not. But do you know what? Imaginary male reader with whom I am now arguing, who's interrupting my flow, it would be easier to feel patriotic about this place if you and I weren't just 200 metres away from a river of sewage twinned with Hades. Feel the rage tonight. So yeah, England, Ireland, France, arguing over who should look after the people they all should look after. Oh, and then somehow, between all this tit for tat, newspapers with, front pages of James Cleverly bragging about how all of these people were going to be detained on their next visit to their Home Office assessment. How the scheme was about to become a roaring success. Good old James Cleverly. Well then, from a-hole to AWOL, the few asylum seekers that were ever being earmarked for Rwanda decided to go on the run. And so yes, James Cleverly had to concede that the majority of the refugees for the Rwanda thing had gone off the grid. And of course then later in the week, Rishi Sunak would offer a Rwanda deal to Ireland, though no confirmation yet on how different this deal will be to the £3,000 handshake that he's had to give the one single volunteer that they've actually managed to fly there so far. It's probably on Rishi Sunak's private jet as well, isn't it? It's like they're pulling out all the stops to persuade one brown person to please go to Rwanda. It would just really help us out, please. Comfy plane, $3,000 in your pocket. It's totally safe as well. It's purpose-built housing over there. It's like anybody who says at this point, right? Anyone who says the state need to stay out of industry, like, do you ever hear that? It's not the government's role to be doing this. They should outsource it and offshore it and all the rest of that. Anyone who says it's not the state's role to get involved in industry like that, or the government don't do anything for the airline and hotel industries, all of that is talking shit now at this point. Because the UK government, all jokes aside, the UK government are now basically a Rwandan travel agent. Aren't they? They're like, come on, oi, get your bags. Come on. Yeah, you gotta go. And the poor refugee's just like, where am I going? I to Rwanda? I don't think that it is safe for me. No, you misunderstand me. I'm not saying get your bags, you gotta go. I'm saying you gotta go. You gotta head out there. It is incredible. You're not gonna believe Rwanda. The flights, comfy, the accommodation, and have some spending money. Have £3,000 tax-free. Well, that does sound pretty good. Have you got your passport? No. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry. You know, you don't even need to worry about that, Ahmed. Just get on the plane. You're fine. We won't even check. You know, honestly, this is the most relaxed I've ever been about rushing a brown man onto an aeroplane with no ID. I'm not even going to search you. You're golden. Off you go.